After a successful first year, a holiday meal drive is making a comeback right here in Lexington.
And here to tell us more about it, the second annual Let's Gather Thanksgiving Meal Drive is Alex Smallwood and Tyler Pyles. Guys, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
What is this? What exactly are you doing? And why'd you decide to do it?
Well, we just wanted to find a way to fill a need to provide meals for families that have had issues through COVID or have had difficulty over the last year and a half. We noticed that a lot of the traditional Thanksgiving meal drives, the cutoff dates were at the end of September, beginning of October, and there were a lot of families that missed that cutoff date, whether they were just uninformed or weren't able to get around to it. So we tried to provide a way to fill that gap afterward and continue to help families out.
I think that's so wonderful. And so many people, you know, they probably didn't know where to turn because they hadn't been in that position before. So you guys really came in a perfect situation. Now, this kind of got bigger than you maybe even were expecting, though, right?
Yep, absolutely. Thanks to the Nest. So we went to school with a gentleman who works at the Nest, Adam Kuhn, and we reached out to him to see if we could fill a need with them because, like Tyler mentioned, some of those more traditional meal services in Lexington, the cutoff had already happened, and we knew that they help serve families in the local community. So with their help and the help of some local business sponsors and some farms to help source some produce, we were able to grow this thing to over 120 families this year.
Congratulations.
So
and Tyler, you said this just became, you're driving down the road one day and you say, hey, there's a need. I mean, it started like that, just that simple, right?
Yeah, last year I spent quite a bit of time on the interstate, and so I was driving one day and it just kind of popped in my head, so I called a couple of my friends and I was like, hey, you know, we should put something together as quick as we can. So we did last year. It started with 20 meals, and this year we had more time to plan, obviously, and we were able to gather some resources and build some partnerships, and so we've taken it to 120 meals this year, and hopefully we can continue to grow it from there with the help from our partners with produce and everything else. So
we're less than a week away now. What do you still need? Do you need volunteers, food?
Luckily, Lex Gather, the idea and the name was gathering the community of Lexington, because a lot of people are generous with their time and their money. So we do have a pretty set number of volunteers helping us out with the drive tomorrow. We are still raising funds, and we're going to continue making an impact and trying to find those need gaps and partnering with other nonprofits in town. So we do have a Venmo that you can reach out to. Every $5, $10 will count, and we've identified need gaps, especially for next year. Christmas is a huge holiday that has a meal gap in it, so we're actually talking with some of those farms to have some animals and produce raised for next year to make a bigger impact.
And how do you choose who you serve? How does that work, the families?
we use the Nest. We've relied solely on the Nest so far through that, using their resources and some of their people to reach out to resource officers at schools and get in contact with other daycares and other places like that to help identify families that may be able to use this and who might be in some sort of need, especially through the last year. So like Alex said, we're going to continue to try and grow this, every year for Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving being one of the more provided for holidays, we'd like to look into see what all we can do for Christmas and other parts of the year as well.
You know, we've talked a lot about the Nest. For people who maybe are unfamiliar, talk a little bit more about their mission and why they were the perfect partner for you guys.
So for us, they were the perfect partner because they do serve particularly a wide, diverse array of citizens here in town from all sorts of different backgrounds, whether it be single mothers or families that just moved to Lexington and are trying to get on their feet, or someone that's down on their luck. So we were able to use them and their contacts to even reach out to places like the Senior Citizen Center, and one of the farms in particular, Kentucky Freedom Farm, had some of their birds butchered for us, so that way we can give the protein in a more manageable amount for the elderly, instead of giving them a whole 18-pound bird to have to try to fix.
And I like that you guys said $5 or $10. It's not like you're asking for a $100 donation. Even
Absolutely.
A smaller amount, it all adds up if enough people help you, right?
Yep,
Oh, absolutely.
and that's our mission, is to help gather the Lexington community to help make a difference here in our own backyard.
One more time, what's that Venmo?
It is Lex Gather, LEXGATHER.
All right, I love it. Well, we appreciate you both coming by and wish you luck, because it seems like you're just going to hit the ground running with all of these things. So.
Thank you for having us.
Yep, thank you for having us.
Good job. Good job.